Have you ever had an aha moment where you suddenly realize that you've been doing it wrong all along? This is what happened to me last week when I was playing around with an add-on to slightly improve my UI. Little did I know that I was about to make a discovery that would completely change how I manage my movement, hit my essence breaks, and line up my burst combos. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Havoc channel. Quickly smash that like button and let's get into the video. Our little story begins with me looking at my enemy nameplates and thinking that I should improve them a little bit for Mythic Plus. I've seen all those players pushing high keys in streams using nameplates that look like this, which helps them track all the information they need and make their life easier. I liked most of their ideas, but not all of them, so I created a new profile in thread plates to customize my nameplates the way I wanted them. Among the other parts of the nameplates, I came across the debuffs. As Havoc Demon Hunters, we don't track too many debuffs as they don't really impact our decision making, with one notable exception: Essence Break. Knowing for how long Essence Break remains on your target helps you choose your next globals wisely. After I finished configuring my Essence Break to be tracked on the right of the nameplates, I started doing some tests executing my regular burst combos. And that's where everything changed. Each time I was casting the classic backflip plus essence break combo that we've been using for the entirety of Dragonflight, I kept noticing the same thing. More often than not, 1 or 2 out of the 5 targets were not hit by essence break at all. Zero. Like, what the hell? The mobs are clearly inside the cone. I kept experimenting and my results were more or less the same. I realized that the animation of Essence Break is super bugged and can easily miss multiple targets, especially when you're rotating your character and when mobs are moving or are slightly outside melee range. I knew this issue from PvP, where you always want to stun your target before hitting Essence Break to make sure it lands. But I never realized that the problem also exists in Mythic Plus to such a large degree. That's when I asked myself, am I really trying to line up all those buffs for maximum burst, only to miss my essence break on half the mobs of the pack? This is completely useless, so I knew I had to do something about it. I went ahead and recrafted my burst sequences to account for this newly discovered problem, and I am sharing all of my results and my adjusted burst combos with you. If you don't want your essence break to keep missing targets, make sure you stand completely still for half a second before casting it, and aim it properly to make sure it hits all targets. Of course, this would mean that you can no longer combine essence break with vengeful retreat. You will have to use all your movement abilities to get your damage buffs in advance, then take half a global cooldown to position yourself and aim properly, and finally hit your essence break. This way, you will be able to consistently and reliably hit all targets in a pack. Moreover, waiting for the tank to gather the mobs and stack them as tightly as possible will significantly increase your chance to not miss any targets and do max damage. Your patience will be rewarded. There are 4 different burst combos that you will be using in AoE. We will go through all of them and describe the exact sequence of abilities you want to be casting. If you enjoy the content, please share the love by liking this video. If you want to see more Havoc Demon Hunter guides and gameplay in the War Within, you should consider joining our little community here in Havoc TV. Now back to our burst combos. Number 1. I-Beam with double inertia. In this combo you use 2 charges of Immolation Aura to get 10 seconds of inertia. Between your 2 fell rushes, you cast Vengeful Retreat. After completing the setup, you stand still, aim and hit the I-Beam plus Essence Break combo. Let's see it in action. You move slightly outside of the pack while casting the first Immolation Aura, then fell rush in. Cast Vengeful Retreat to leave the pack while also casting the second Immolation Aura. Then fell rush again to get back into the pack. Now you can easily aim and hit your combo without moving further. Number 2. I-Beam with single inertia. This is your standard burst combo that you will be doing every 40 seconds. You start with Immolation Aura, then you backflip out and fell rush back in, aim and shoot. This is what it looks like. If you get a proc from a fire inside, you will swap to the previous combo with double inertia. Number 3. Metamorphosis with double inertia. This is your full AoE burst with every single cooldown available. You start by applying all your dots, then doing the setup with double fell rush to get 10 seconds of inertia, and finally plant, aim and hit your burst. In this case, you do not have to vengeful retreat in advance. You can do it in the middle of your burst and immediately cancel it with Metamorphosis jump. A good execution of this combo looks like this. Number 4. Metamorphosis with single inertia. This is the combo that you will be doing when your meta randomly comes off cooldown in the middle of a fight, and it's likely that you will not have all of your dodge and immolation aura charges available. You start with your immolation aura into I-beam, then vengeful retreat out and fell rush back in to get initiative and inertia, and then hit your essence break with double death sweep. Be very careful when you cast fell rush into essence break. Make sure to take half a global to position properly and then hit essence break to make sure you don't miss any targets. Let's check it out. Again, if you get a proc from a fire inside, you will swap to the previous combo with Metamorphosis plus double inertia. Attention! These burst combos are not always useful. I crafted them to make sure I'm able to hit everything with Essence Break every time and not miss any targets, but they come at a price. You cannot line up all your buffs 100% optimally to do max damage. Remember that when you are fighting single target bosses with huge hitboxes, you don't have to worry about missing Essence Break, so you don't have to follow these sequences. If you wanna know how to take full advantage of all your Havoc buffs and resources to blast those meters, click the video on screen or the link in the description. And as always, see you in the next one!